Thank you so much for the Shirt 9 Band. Sorry, brothers. How about David B. Wilson, Neil Madsen with the solos there. Chris Sanchez here on the cajon. Thank you so much for coming out.
1, 2. 1, 2. There you go. This was a very different place. The land of your God. Without a chance. 20 years ago. This was a very different place. The land of your God. Without a trace. They were pushed away. They were driven away. Full of mysteries hidden in his walls. All one story, all one whole. Holiday, holiday, holiday. Holiday, holiday, holiday. The lights were bright and the fire spinner friend. We walked up and slowly peeling from the wall again. Some space ghosts trapped in this place. And floated away. The oil permeates the flame. Now she walks along these halls, ghosts still singing on the hall. Holiday, holiday, holiday. Holiday, holiday, holiday. Holiday, holiday, holiday. Holiday, holiday, holiday. Ghost is stuck in my head. Murderous rage up ahead. All the children to bed. 'Cause everybody ends up dead. The ghost is stuck in my head. Murderous rage up ahead. All you children to bed. Everybody ends up dead. The ghost is stuck in my head. Murderous rage up ahead. All you children to bed. 'Cause everybody ends up dead. Holiday, holiday, holiday. Holiday, holiday, holiday. Holiday, holiday, holiday. Holiday, holiday, holiday.
Thank you. Joe Malazzo on the bass. Chris DeRosa on the skins here. Met Sanchez already. I'm Jim Barry. This is the show tonight. What makes a man, I've heard that said in a movie before, what makes a leader? What are the qualities that you look for when you go into that election booth and you're all by yourself and you're trying to decide that's the guy or the gal that I want to make decisions for me, financially, medically, decisions about estate, taxes, anything like that. There's somebody like that in your life that you rely on. And for me, that man is here tonight. That's right. I'm not ashamed to admit it, I'm proud of it. And so what I've asked from each and every one of you here tonight is I want you to reach deep down inside of you and channel that person in your life. And I want you to scream and cheer as loud as you can for this man. So a big Huge bitter round of applause for Mr.
My one workout day of the month.
Select day for you?
I'm so tired. All right, you guys, thanks for coming out. Welcome to, this is the Bitter End, the legendary Bitter End in New York City. Give it up, this is the show tonight. Tonight is happening, everybody waits. I know you guys don't leave the house all month. Oh man, how about this heat wave, huh? Yeah, it was freaking cold on Monday if you did leave the house. Oh, you okay, Jim? Yeah. All right, Jim's okay. But it was really cold earlier in the week. It's this is a little bit, I'd call this a heat wave. It's beautiful out. Thanks for coming out. But what? Okay, some people say it's a little trite to talk about the weather. That means like unimportant, trivial.
That's cordial too.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it is cordial. But I've been criticized, by the comedy community for talking about the weather. I'll share it with you guys because you're nice people. But you know who the weather's not trite for? You know what I think the weather's trite? The homeless.
This is serious.
Yeah. See, you guys are nice, But I brought this up before, in these comfy nightclubs, yucking it up, drinking.
Right. Right.
You know where I'm going with this? I don't know. It's just
I think you're right though. This is a serious.
I missed the summer, but you guys are awesome. You're a great crowd. I know you're. Yeah, let's give it up for yourselves. And it's easy. It's easy to to get into a funk. It's cold. You guys, the news is impeachment, right? Everybody's watching that. Yeah, give it up. That's for impeachment. But the interesting thing with impeachment is it all comes down to, right? I'm not gonna get too in the weeds on it, but it all comes down to this call between Trump and the Ukraine president, Volodymyr Zelensky, right? And you guys know what I always say, right? You guys know. Zelensky's a former comedian too, by the way. But what do I always say, Joe? What do I always say? Never underestimate Volodymyr Zelensky. I really do say that all the time.
Say it.
I've been saying that for a long time. Another thing, this month is everybody. Yeah, that's right. Is everybody else drinking too? Yeah. All right, good. This month, 115 years since the New York City subway started. All right. Yeah, isn't that something? 115 years.
Really something.
Yeah, and actually, the first R train to roll out of the station, right, is expected to finally. Actually, you can check on your phone now. Has finally is gonna
trip planner.
No, it's gonna arrive at exactly. It says delay. It says delay.
Well,
right.
We waited this long.
It's true. That's right. Well, you have nowhere to go because the show's just starting, right? So this show is if you were paying attention to the flyers online, and you may have received 2 or 30 reminders on Facebook. This is the family reunion edition. Okay.
And Joe, there's a lot of friends and family.
There are friends and family here. Yes. I'm trying to see it. It's really bright up here. Did any of my family? I see some friends. I see Tommy. Any of my anyone? I don't.
My family.
I hear talking.
Joey, I love you.
What? Who is it? Is that my aunt? Is that my auntie? Auntie Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
What?
I made it.
Did you really? All the way from the Upper East Side. It's my auntie. Give it up there. Bring it up for auntie. So what? Oh wait, wait, she's coming up. Okay.
I clicked I'm going. I'm going.
This is very unexpected. Oh my God.
I clicked I'm going, and then I got all kinds of fake news from the Ukraine. And I clicked on that too. Joey, look
This
at
is
him.
amazing.
Give him a round of applause. This is my grandnephew. And I never see him, even though I'm only up on the Upper East Side. There are subways that go up there, you know.
At the usually can be found at the Carlisle Hotel, the piano bar. Is that still? Or I know it's been a while, but
I'm often at the Carlisle Hotel, you know, with the piano bar, and you never visit me, and I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's nice, but I won't judge you for it.
please don't.
And I'm so proud of you. Aren't we so proud of our little Joe Pally? My little Joe Pally. If you could have, can I tell a story about Joe
Please,
Pally?
I don't think I could stop you.
No, the dirt. Don't you hate this when your auntie goes on about you? Little Joe Pally was just about the cutest thing he'd ever seen, and he'd dress up in a little suit. He would dress himself in a little suit. He learned how to do a bow tie. He was this big, and he'd come out from around the corner and we'd go, look at that Joe Pally. What a sweet kid. And he'd scamper off. We'd say, have fun, and then we'd just have highballs or whatever. I mean, we would just be, we'd be having fondue and whatnot. No idea what he was doing. Meanwhile, he was wandering out to the funeral parlors, and he would open up and lay down into the caskets and close his eyes and let people cry over him and then jump up and go, I'm a comedian! And I thought that was all right. I thought this kid's got it. He's got the showbiz.
What's crazy is some things never changed. I was what, 9, 10? How old was I?
Oh yeah, you were 9 years old.
This was just a couple weeks
Cutest
ago.
kid you've ever
This was
seen.
very
Cutest
recently.
kid
Look,
you've ever seen.
so
Still doing it.
So this is not fake news. This is a thing. But listen,
Real.
let's. No, they don't care about me. They've seen enough of me already.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. Have you guys seen? I heard that you're related to Jim somehow through marriage. It must be because
Well,
Jim
this
and I
is
are not.
really sick. I mean, it's really sick. Now, I am related to James. Hello, James, darling. Look how tall and handsome. I am related to him through divorce. He wasn't my ex-husband, but he was my ex-husband's paralegal. And so, when I see him, I'm triggered. I'm brought back to all those documents I had to sign and all the horrible proceedings. And he would be there, and I would be, spouting off. He was horrible to me. He let the yacht sink. He tried, and he pushed me off the yacht while it was sinking. And I would be going on about my ex-husband, and he would just be typing and laughing.
Wait. I do want to. I know it was very unexpected that you were going to be here, but our crew is so good. I just got it in my ear here about a loved one that we need to get to very quickly, and then we got to move on. But your loved one, can you just so we can do a service here?
My cat Carlisle has been missing for 2.5 years. Last Tuesday, he vanished from.
Reverend Sal, can you please help us with this?
He was last seen, on the 2nd Avenue subway, and he with the little hat steering. I mean, he was one paw on the thing. It took off, and I said, "Where are you even going? Downtown?" I thought you were always an uptown kitty. So he's around here.
Well, so tonight is such a magical night. I feel like already. Are you guys feeling that? So please. Keep an eye out. Reverend Sal is giving out the flyers. I think hopefully you've all got
Any help would be appreciated.
Any help, yeah. And we don't want to force Carlisle back, but talk to him.
No, we want him to come back. He's having the time of his life.
When he's ready.
Dead.
When
he's
he's
out
ready.
there. He's alive. He's sending me little messages. A carrier pigeon thought they were extinct. No, he's got them. It will fly by and I can hit in the head with a little note. And it will just say, ha ha. God, I'm in a paw print. And I go, dang you, kitty. So I'm going to get him. It's a game. He's playing with me. 2.5 years. Torture. I love you.
How amazing. Oh, will you come back though? You know what, since you're here, will you come back in a little while? I don't think there's a question about that. It's not going to be hard to get her back on stage. All right, give it up for my auntie, Mrs. Smith, and this great band. Give it up for yourselves. We have a lot of show for you tonight in a very small, I don't want to say package, but in a small amount of time here. So I'm going to bring up your first comic right now. Okay, very excited to have her. First time on the show tonight. You guys are going to love her. She performs all over Gotham, Comic Strip Live. Give it up for Elyse Delucci!
We'll get to my voice in a second, all right? All right? I'm Italian. I'm from Staten. Thank you. I'm Italian. I'm from Staten Island. I pay for everything in cash. Okay? Let's talk about my voice for a second. This is my real voice. Is this not ridiculous? It's like if Fran Drescher had a baby with Fran Drescher. Who is married? Actually, you know what? I'm divorced, okay? My ex-husband, he's British. And everybody thinks when you marry a Brit, you marry like a Hugh Grant or a Pierce Brosnan. No. I got like Mr. Bean mixed with Professor Dumbledore. Okay? Celebrating something, I have big news. After 18 years of working in corporate America, I just left. It is amazing! Amazing! I have so much time on my hands. I don't even know what to do with myself. I feel like Marie Kondo, you know? You know what did me in? I'm gonna tell you, you know what did me in at work? Standing desks. Do you guys know about standing desks? Yeah? I don't like them, okay? If I wanted to stand all day and have creepy men stare at me, I would have been a stripper, okay? But my desk was silly. It was one of these desks with the 3 monitors on it. Like, I don't know, they thought I was Stephen Hawking in the Matrix or something. And you know the 3rd monitor was always open to TripAdvisor. Like, I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there, you know? But companies today, man, they're funny. They want you to consider them like family. They're like, oh, bring your dog in for a shower. Oh, we offer home-cooked food. Oh, we'll give you a burial plot. But God forbid, okay, you steal a stapler or you check your Gmail, suddenly you're not a team player. A lot of people make assumptions about me. They don't understand. Like, I have a master's degree. I worked on Wall Street. Let me tell you what my life is like. When I went to Harvard, they thought I was the cafeteria lady, okay? Then I went to Wharton Business School, and they thought I was the campus hairdresser. I swear. I went to the bank to get a mortgage for my apartment uptown. They thought I was a mob wife. I mean, you know, I paid in cash, but that's all I know, you know? Oh my goodness. Everybody thinks I'm Jewish. I get it though, you know, because everybody gets the Italians and the Jews confused. All you need to know is one goes to jail, the other one gets you out of jail. Thank you. You'll appreciate this. My grandmother, she lives in Brooklyn, right in a Jewish neighborhood. And she goes, Elyse, when I came to this country, my Jewish neighbors, they saved my life. They taught me how to feed my family of 6 on 2 herring and a sack of potatoes. And I'm like, what'd you teach your neighbors? She looks at me, dead in the eye, and she goes, how to steal better food. If you like what you heard, my name is Elyse and Francesca Delucci, okay? If you don't speak Italian, that means my father, he was in the import-export, scrap metal, waste management business. You know what I'm saying? Let me leave you with this, okay? I'll let you in on a little secret. When I was working in the corporate world, that wasn't my name. I was Elyse Harrington. I was undercover Italian. This is true. So I took my ex's last name. I took voice lessons to neutralize my accent. So around the office, I would never dream of sounding like this. Never. I made sure every time I spoke like this. And you know, everything was sort of going all right until someone ate my lunch out of the communal refrigerator. I was like, oh, that's so interesting. Who ate my lunch? I must know. Who did that? I took a step back, And I was like, what kind of animal eats my lasagna out of the fridge? It was in a Tupperware with my name on it. Who did it? What kind of low-life Mama Luke with a death wish? Oh, I got your attention now. Good. Because unless you like the idea of going to witness protection, I suggest next time you don't eat my damn lunch. I'm Elyse Delucci. Thank you.
Elyse Delucci! Keep it going, keep it going! All right. We have so much show, we're just going to keep it going. Yeah, you guys going to keep it going? You ready? Yeah? You ready for your next comic? Yes? All right. This guy, his special is out. 60% joking. Look it up. Really excited. Also, first time on the show tonight. You know him from Best Week Ever, Black and White, which I'm pretty sure he helped create that show. So give it up for Christian Finnegan right now.
I'm so glad that you got my musical cue, because I am often brought to the stage with extremely sexual music. Lovely to see you. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. How's everyone? Happy, joyful? Such a pleasure to be here on Bleecker Street. I don't know how many of you guys live in the area. A lot of hustle, a lot of bustle on Bleecker Street. Here is a fun game that you guys can all play later tonight. Go to Bleecker Street on any Friday or Saturday night after 10 p.m. and then try to identify one person you would save in a fire. You heard me. One human being you would not allow to perish in flames. That is my challenge. I can't. I've tried. I can't do it. I'm like, no, you should die. You should probably die. Oh, I'd start the fire that killed you. Would I save you? Ah, buddy, I was going to save you, but then you bought a felt fedora with the weed symbol on it, so I can't. You were so close, and you bought that $8 hat, so you got to go. I live in Queens now. I don't want to brag, but you don't know, people don't really brag about Queens. People, nice try. Didn't work. Not effective, sir. People brag about Brooklyn. People are always like, Brooklyn in the house! See how natural that seems? People in Queens are like, it's affordable. If you don't know, if you're visiting, New York City is comprised of 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Hoboken. Those are the 5. Sorry to Elyse, that's a mean thing to say. Staten Island is the 5th borough. It is a lovely place. It gets a bad rap. It's a fine place. It's just not in New York City. You literally have to take a shit to get there. New York and New Jersey need to execute a trade. Hoboken for Staten Island, right? Because like Hoboken is more part of the fabric of metropolitan New York, right? Hoboken is people who are like, I really love New York City, but I also love Coldplay, so I need to live somewhere a little less cool, just a little lamer. Some Ed Sheeran, some pleated khakis. Let's do it out in Hoboken. I live right down the street from a Panera Bread. That's the caliber of man you're dealing with right now. 50 yards from my front door. I roll out of bed. 5 minutes later, I'm neck deep in a bread bowl. I made a rookie mistake yesterday. I had a really short window in which to grab lunch. I didn't want to make a big fuss. So I said, you know what? I'll just run to Panera. I was in such a hurry, I did not take my phone. And I guess I must have missed like a big lunch rush, because right after I paid, I noticed there were 20 people waiting at the end of the counter for their orders. And I did not have my phone. Do you understand what this means? That means for almost a half an hour, I was forced to just stand there looking at shit like a psychopath. How did we do it? I was alive before cell phones. I have no memory, vestigial memory of what it was like to be alone in public before I had that little rectangle. Like, I tried to not look crazy. I don't think it worked. Like, imagine you're there and you're glancing down at your phone.
Yeah.
What guy doesn't know what that feels like, am I right? Huh? Guys? That's a penis joke. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, yeah.
I look like a crazy person without a phone. Like, imagine you're there and you're looking at your phone, and then you glance up and you scan the room and you just see this guy. That would have worked so much better if that cord did not come out. I was sabotaged. Add that to my time. No, I'm just joking. I could tell I was bumming people out, so eventually I just stared at my hands. You know what I mean? Just like, scrolling my palm. I'm very concerned about what technology is doing to our brains. The future, artificial intelligence. We are going to be in so much trouble when robots figure out how to check off that I am not a robot box. That feels like a thin line of defense to me. You know what I mean? Like, I have never heard applause sound so hostile in my life. It's weird, because that's usually a sign of appreciation. But the way you do it is like, clap, 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 clap. It's very strange, sir. I don't know. I'll meet you in the men's room. What? Anyway, people, we have done exceptional work. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Give it up for Christian Finnegan!
People don't know this, but I am a hobbyist guitarist. I picked up the electric guitar as a hobby, and it's taken off just a little bit. Like, I'm a little bit low-key famous on Instagram with the heavy metal guitar shredder community, who are all kind of like, boys who've embraced me. So this is my guitar, and I was going to plug it in and see how it sounds. What do you think? Yes. Oh, thank you. Oh, and that goes into the wah-wah pedal.
Like here?
Yes.
Just stick it in right here?
Yes, please place it there. I love my wah-wah pedal. I have a battle going. The lead guitarist of Metallica, wah-wah battle. It's a long story. You can read about it in Rolling Stone. I also like my whammy bar. So, thank you. So I got all these fans on Instagram, and they say, Mrs. Smith, I'm struggling. I'm working at an Amazon fulfillment center, and I'm unfulfilled, and I have no mental health care. I have nothing. And I say to them, go to a psychiatrist, go to a psychoanalyst. He said, I can't, Mrs. Smith, I have nothing. I have no care. And I was racking my brain and thinking, yes, I know what they can use. It's an off-label use of Bob Ross YouTube videos. When you're stressed out, you just tune that in because YouTube is free. And you take in those soothing vibes and the imagery and his voice so calming, and then you can, not be fulfilled at the fulfillment center, let's be honest, but just get through the shift, you know what I mean? So you can throw a few more $1 billion in Jeff Bezos' fat-ass pockets. So I wrote a song about this called the Bob Ross Technique, and it's an instrumental rock piece. I'm going to play my live guitar, and then I have a little band, like a track that plays. And I did a study, Gen Z, they said instrumental rock is going to be really hot with Gen Z. Like, forget rap, forget EDM. It's all about instrumental guitar music with that generation. I said, but how are they going to pay for my albums? They said, buy up their student debt, securitize it, make money off of it, and that's how they pay you. So that's what I'm doing, but this is my song. Enjoy it. It's called the Bob Ross Technique. Hit it.
All right. Let's begin to figure out where the old trees are. There we go.
I muted my guitar playing Randy's solo by accident. I'm so sorry, Randy. Forgive me for muting your solo. I pressed the wrong button. I sent the present.
But, sir, this is incredible. Are you a spectral presence, a ghostly being from beyond, or merely a projection from our collective unconscious?
I'm on television.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Ross!
Happy tree.
Thank you! Every time I start to play, the eyelash goes crazy. You can't see. What's up next, kitty cats? We're gonna do another song? Thank you, Bob Ross.
Big round of applause. Mrs. Smith, Bob Ross. Mrs. Smith, would you play another song with us? Would you mind? We'd love to do it. Come on, seriously, let's give a big round of applause. Let's hear what no one
It sounded really great.
That was
Sound
unbelievable.
dude, sound person.
Yeah, Adrian, thank you, Adrian.
Yeah, take it away. I'll follow along. I don't know any songs though. mostly because I'm living in a therapeutic community on Long Island right now. I'm not court mandated, it's a choice. So I'm taking a lot of Lyfts, a lot of Ubers, and I say to them, I get in and I go like this. Everyone here knows what I mean when I go like this. That goes up 3 blocks, take a right. Up, and they go 1 block, take a left. They go up 2 blocks, take a left. They go up 3 blocks, they go the wrong way. And I get so frustrated. I said, I'm tired of being a passenger in the car, rock and roll. I lent Patti Smith $500,000 in 1982, and she hasn't paid me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much again, everyone, for coming out tonight. One more big round of applause for this is Smith. And how about this band? Seriously. Samson! Yeah! Crystal Rose on the
show tonight. Check us out on Facebook.com/the show tonight. We'll see you next month. We're here every month. All right. So look us up if you're not already, and tell your friends.